All right. I'm all tangled up in fucking cords. Got more cords than fucking anything. Portable chargers, 3 microphones.
Dildo up your ass and nothing else to wipe with. I know.
Oh, all right. There we go. And we're live for episode 5. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. Episode 5 of the Stab. Shit to talk about. What shit are we talking about this week? Huh? What kind of shit you gonna bring to the table?
The China game's about to be finished. And it looks like we're going to be stepping into more war with Ukraine, with Russia.
Forgot to mention honorable mention earlier. This is the second episode we've done for the day. Wrestling with Time 14. This is
Grinding
Stab.
them out.
And even though we did a whole wrestling episode, I meant to bring it up.
We're like Joe Rogan over here. We get 2 or 3 done a day now.
Yeah, okay. CM Punk inducted into ROH Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Honorable mention. But
honorable mention, he's the last inductee.
Because then ROH is kaput.
ROH said that they're bringing events back for next year, for this year in March.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah. Fuck it.
But we got war about to happen with Russia. President Putin of Russia declared today that he sees the independence in the Russian areas of Ukraine with the rebels. And it kind of looks like that East Ukraine is going to be a part of Europe again. I'm not Russia again.
All right. Well, speaking
because
of
the Russian military does have their commands to invade Ukraine.
Speaking of war, it's crazy because I just literally finished watching an episode, and I've been watching the series How to Be a Tyrant on Netflix. I suggest you all go out and watch that if
you want to know how to be a tyrant. Go watch Justin Trudeau over in Canada. That's a fucking tyrant.
Gives you the playbook of how to be a tyrant. But so far, I watched episode 1 was Hitler, episode 2 was Saddam Hussein. Episode 3 I just watched was Idi Amin.
We are enacting the emergency 1988 emergency powers, which allows the government to do whatever they want to the human beings of their country. May God rest your soul. And may God have mercy on anyone who stands upon me. I, Justin Trudeau, the illegitimate son of Fidel Castro. I am the new Chancellor of Canada. Acknowledge me.
What's so wrong with that guy?
He's becoming Hitler of fucking Canada. The way how Hitler became in the power in Germany was enacting the emergency powers for Germany, which made him the old dictator tyrant that he is, and that's what's now going on in Canada.
Yeah.
Canada had the same emergency plans that fucking Hitler had, and now they're enacting them.
Well, they're all in the same playbook, bro. I'm telling you got to watch the show, bro. It's dope. I think I got Benito Mussolini coming up next. I don't know who's next on episode 4, but
he was the weakest out of all of them.
It don't matter. They just show you different strategies that they use, and it's all pretty much, you could relate pretty much all of it to today.
Hitler was the worst. Stalin was just as bad, but didn't have such a bad rap sheet.
Oh, maybe that's who's up next.
And Mussolini was just, to be honest, this was Italy during World War II. I bring you pasta and you defend me. All right, Mario.
Hitler was pretty much head of all those guys anyway, so yeah. Right? Wasn't it? Didn't he have like Mussolini shitting himself?
Pretty much.
I thought Joe Rogan even told a story about that one time.
Mussolini was the little brother during World War II. Was like, hey guys, I want to join, and then all the big guys were like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We'll take your shit, but get out of here.
But either way, it's pretty dope the way they put it together. Netflix, I got a notification from them this morning at like 5 a.m, bro. Like, your subscription's going up to $9.99. And then I got an email from them at 11 o'clock, like, your subscription has changed to $9.99. We've added more content, this, that, third. And I was like, yeah, well, I have been watching a little bit more Netflix lately, but I'm still on that Peacock premium live events for $5.99.
When Peacock starts charging me more money and says, hey, we're going to put you on the $9.99 plan because, you know, it's WWE and, you know, $9.99 for the WWE network, you know, there you go, Hunter. Yeah.
Then we'll say we've been promoting it all along since it was $9.99. We gave you guys a 50% sale on the new platform. We gave you 40% off. It's $5.99 now. And then
do you know over in the UK, Europe, and everywhere else on that other side of the world, they still have the WWE network, which runs 10 times better than Peacock.
You think? I haven't had any troubles with Peacock.
I've had a few problems.
Yeah.
WWE network is still operational in you know, on the other side of the world.
I always had problems with the WWE network. Like, it was like the app on my Roku TV, it would like glitch out, or it wasn't. I was like, this shit's like fucking sucks. I was always having problems with it. Peacock, I haven't had a problem with.
But what other news? I
don't know.
F Joe Biden.
You tell me.
F Joe Biden, FJB.
You get a bumper sticker. You're gonna get a bumper sticker that says that.
They have a chrome badge.
I seen it. I seen it with my own two eyes.
Badge. It just says #FJB edition. I don't want to put that on my fucking car. Yeah. I did get on the Trump social, True Social today.
Yeah, what were you saying? That was.
But since it's not available on Google yet, you can't register on a Google device. You have to register on an Apple device right now.
Yeah, but it's in the Apple Store.
It's available in the Apple Play Store, but it's not available on Google or any Google services yet.
As of today?
As of today. It launched today, but it's only for Apple users until they have the contract set up with Google.
I have a question. Can you, with this application, can you sign in with Facebook or sign in with Google, or do you sign up with your email only?
No, you make your own email. No, you use your own personal email, your own fucking thing. There is no sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook, sign in with Twitter. There is no.
Yeah, no, I know.
There will be, however, a function down the road. There will be a function, however, down the road, log in with Rumble. Because Rumble will be using Trump's site also.
Yeah. I mean, we all heard it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah, sometime next month it'll be on Google Play Store, and then everybody will be happy. I'm number 1,000. I'm number 115,338 waiting in line for Google. Get his shit.
So what did you do? You had to go to his website, put your email in, and say, I want in?
Go to TrueSocial.com. It tells you we're available on the Apple Store. We're not available on Google Play yet. That'll be next month. And if you have Android or Google operating system, sign in here and at least get the email to know that you have successfully created your thing. Mine is successfully created. I just have to wait until it's available on Google.
Would you put your @ name as?
Patriot Pacer number 45.
All right, kid.
My profile picture is going to be my car.
Yeah.
The car says Patriot Pacer on it. You can't.
I know. No, that's dope, though. Hey, to each their own, man. You know, hopefully it doesn't really get censored, though, if there's a way to even censor it. Who knows? No,
Trump paid for everything, so Trump knows what he's doing. He has the right people doing the right thing for this.
His own servers and shit. You sure? Yeah, but
it's just his own
we always think Trump has the right people doing the right shit for his shit, and then they all turn their back on him.
Trump has his own stock.
I know, but
which launched with this.
Everybody turns on that man every time.
DWAP.
Everybody turns on that.
DWAP. If you invested in DWAP when it went public. It went public for $10 a share. It went up to $75 within the first 8 hours of trading within a day.
What was
it?
What
was it? DWAP.
DWAP.
Or DWAP.
DWAP.
DWAP or DWOP. It's one of those two, and that's Trump's stock name right now, and it had over $1.5 billion after the first 8 hours of trading.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that doesn't mean you don't have some radical or whatever person come along.
Trump has everybody from his 2020 campaign who did all the shit for Facebook and stuff like that. They're running this entire show. Actually, his former campaign manager is the one who's heading the entire project.
Who's that?
It starts with it's something. His name is Dan. That's all I know.
You happy your boy's coming back in 2024?
You damn fucking right. I'm happy my boy's coming back in 2024. We need him.
I know you'd be happy.
I need China to be taken care of. I want my fucking economy to be back to normal. I want to be able to go to work. I want to be able to go to work and not X. Hey, do you have a COVID shot? If not, can I stick this Q-tip up your nose every day?
Yeah.
I don't want that. There's a reason why I'm not going to work. I'm not vaccinated. As soon as I go back to work, the first thing everyone's going to ask, are you vaccinated?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, no. Well, would you be subject to have a cotton swab go shoved up your nose every day? No, I will not.
Yeah, I think that stuff's all coming to an end. It's winding down.
Because y'all got COVID. Meanwhile, I just have a sore throat from seasonal allergies.
You know, you just got to go to work, take your temperature, make sure you're not running a fever.
No, everywhere else is different. Here, they stick the fucking thing up your nose.
Yeah, we did that for a while, though. I had to get a lot of tests.
If you go to a hospital, if you go to a doctor's office, they just do the temperature thing. But jobs themselves, no, they want this every day.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got to bring it to a lab so they can find the next variant that's going to keep us down for another year. So, like,
Bill Gates came out last week and said that,
why didn't everybody get it yet?
COVID is like a 10-year thing. It's like we're not even through the thick of it yet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bill Gates is selling his own beef.
A lot of research going into it.
What else?
I think I'm going to start collecting Pokemon again. I know we were just talking about it recently, but
I just watched my friend stream yesterday at Red Eyes, Thick Eyes Gaming channel on YouTube, and he was playing the new Pokemon game, Arceus or the Legends or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's an open world and everything. It looks pretty cool, but it looks like Nintendo Wii graphics.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna play new Pokemon games. I don't think. But the cards,
I want to see what it's
old
like.
cards, like cards I knew.
I want
up to Neo.
Like, and it's all right. I watched the first hour and a half of his stream and I lost interest, and I went back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm sure they're dope. Like, I wouldn't mind if it's portable. You know, I feel like with the Wii though, you were limited because you had to.
It's already on the Switch.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you had to be like confined to a TV, and I wasn't gonna play no Pokemon game on a TV. But I like the portability of Pokemon. I've always liked that, whether it was DS.
I like certain video games that I can play in front of the TV. I do like having portability.
The portability, that's important for me.
I do like having portability, but I like sitting in front of my TV and playing it. There's a difference.
Not Pokemon for me, though. I don't get that kick from playing Pokemon
when the
on a TV versus...
came out with the expansion pack for Pokemon Coliseum, so you could play your Game Boy game on Pokemon Stadium, and you could play your legit red, blue, or yellow on TV. That was worth it.
That was insane. Yeah, but that was innovative. That was different. That was like you're taking your characters who do tackle in the game like this now to bringing them into actually doing the animated tackle. That was fire. Yeah. Damn, bro. I wish I had that adapter still. I think I have Pokemon Stadium. Or
$75 at the game shop that I go to.
I think I have it or I had it. I have Pokemon.
$75 at the game shop where I go to get all my games.
Yeah, I'm not
$75.
I'm not paying $75 for it.
The going rate on it's fucking $60 as is.
I'm pretty sure I have
even in the worst condition, I've seen worse condition go for fucking no joke $50.
I think weren't you able to do that something like that with Pokemon Snap too? That where you could like snap the pictures and then print them up on the Game Boy printer or something.
Yes.
Or whatever the fuck they had at one point. Which one came first? Pokemon Snap came first, then Pokemon Stadium. Right? I don't know.
I'm gonna say Stadium came first.
You think? I feel like that was like so much more innovation. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I
mean,
let me
if
see.
you were
Let me
able to
dive
print the
into my head.
photos from Game Boy, that was fire. But just to be able to transport your Pokemon into Pokemon Stadium on another console and another game entirely that they were compatible
Pokemon
was
Stadium
fire.
came out first. Pokemon Stadium came out first. Then it was Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap was a pretty fun game, though, if you think about it. Just going
Pokemon Snap was rushed during the production. There's not all 150 Pokemon in it. No.
Well, I don't know.
Certain copies have 150 Pokemon. Certain copies only have 100.
I don't know. I never even saw if I've snapped them all. I'd have to play that again. I might just start playing that for.
AU Pikachu is another one where it's like the Pokemon, capture and everything, and Pikachu was barely even in the game.
What was it? It was called AU Pikachu?
Hey You Pikachu. It was like Pokemon Snapshot.
Oh, no, I don't remember that. Hey You Pikachu. I remember the name. I don't remember like what it was entirely. Fucking
it was a yellow cartridge for the N64, and it had Pikachu on it, and it was like a "Hey You Pikachu" in like 90s fucking font.
I never played it then.
Big bubble.
64. No, I never played it. I remember trying to get
64 like 99, 2000, like right around the time the GameCube came out was like 03, 01.
I tried to get that surfing Pikachu from yellow version for the longest time to get him on a surfboard. I was never able to do it. Some kid had it back in school. I was like, maybe if I play nowadays, I think I could do it now. Like read a game FAQ, walk me through it, and I would be able to do it.
It's not reading a game FAQ. You have to learn the what is it called? It's kind of like the rare candy cheat in Blue and Red, where you go to Viridian City, you talk to the guy, then you fly to fucking Cinnabar Island, and you surf the side of fucking Cinnabar Island, then you battle the unknown glitch Pokemon, then you run away, and then you get Infinity Rare Candy or whatever's in your 6th spot in your item box. It's all Infinity.
No, there's a way to get a real surfing Pikachu though. They advertise.
I know that. I think that was only in the Japanese version.
No, I don't think so. Somebody in school had it. Unless they used the Game Shark. They could have used the Game Shark. I don't know. Game Shark was a thing back then. Plug in the Game Shark.
Game Shark is a way to Game Shark is a way to access all the Japanese codes that are imprinted on the board, but for American.
Yeah, like Game Genie. It was a cheat code hacker, bro. You could put a password in, fucking unlock shit.
That's Game Shark.
Yeah, Game Shark. I know. Fucking shit was crazy.
That's Game Shark.
Kids nowadays are never going to know about Game Shark.
When we were growing up, it was called Game Shark.
Now they just got mods.
Then it was called something else. Back then it was called Game Genie.
Well, yeah, I said Game Genie, but that was like Sega era. But what would you consider Game Shark? Like, what was the modern day version of that? What do they have something similar to that? What is it?
Yeah, it's called Swap Magic.
Swap Magic.
Yep, and it's only for disc-based systems only.
But I'm saying, like, the online world doesn't have anything like that. Like, these digital games don't have anything like that. No. It's all just mods and shit, right? Just really mods.
Yeah.
Hacking it.
Japanese version of Transformers only came out in Japan. This game never came here in America.
Yeah.
This is what you need in order to play it.
Swap Magic 3.0?
Yep.
What do you mean you needed to play it?
All PlayStations that were made here in America only play American games. They will not play any Japanese games unless if you have a certain device that'll trick your PlayStation 2 into thinking that you're in Japan.
So they made that game. You run that disc first, and then it'll let you play the game.
What you do is you run the disc. It'll load up the program. What you do is you take the faceplate off the PS2. There's a little disc area underneath the disc thing itself. The disc tray, there's an opening about that big.
Uh-huh.
You slide in this piece that Swap Magic gives you. It takes the opener of the PS2, the actual disc drawer, and it slides the opener to the right and releases the disc tray while the game is still booting.
Mm.
So it's still spinning and thinking the game's there, but it's not there.
Ah.
So you take the tray out, you take the swap magic out, you put the Japanese game in, you close it to as tight as you can with your hands. Don't press the button, because if you press the button, you're going to have to redo this whole thing all over again.
Yeah, it sounds complicated. Sounds like trying to hack
Once you get it in there, as tight as you can with your hands, you take the piece, you grab it, and you slide it back into position so that the disc drawer is actually closed.
Uh-huh.
And then you hit boot game, and then it loads right up.
Huh. Complicated shit, bro. Dude, it doesn't surprise me. I bought a memory card that was 8 GB memory with expandable up to 120 megabyte or some shit like that back in the day for PS2. And in order to use the card, you had to like format it or some shit every time. I had to put like a fucking disc in, run a program to use the memory card to be able to access the files on it and save it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And
Japanese.
Then I finally,
memory card.
Yeah, probably. And then I just got one of the classic Intech ones or some shit later on, or whatever the fuck it was. Mad Cats maybe at the time.
Mad Cats.
Yeah, you know. But I think it was an Intech.
Mad Cats actually, you want to know something? Mad Cat bought out Game Shark.
Did they? That don't surprise me. I still use my little Mad Catz PS2 little controller. Fuck with it.
They bought out Game Shark, I think, in like 2010, and now Mad Catz is called something else now.
Yeah, I'm really considering getting this Switch though.
I would, but I don't want to spend $300 on like something that I know I'll drop all the time. And
yeah, I'm home a lot, so I'm just thinking.
Like if it was a regular Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance or an SP, yeah, no problem, because I know that thing's going to be protected. But that thing's got a glass screen. I know I'll drop it, and that's it. It's done.
Yeah. Well, never know.
It's literally a Switch is a Android phone with controllers. That's all it is, and buttons.
Yeah, except dope games. Can't play those
exactly
on Android. It kind of is though.
It is a phone. It is a phone with an analog, D-pad, and buttons. That's all it is.
Well, my friend bought it over one last weekend, and she was like showing me like you could play Donkey Kong Country on it. Fucking, she had
dude, you can play anything.
Yeah, she had like all the Super Nintendo games and all the Nintendo games on it, like Mario World, Yoshi's Island.
Like if you're to get the old school Nintendos that they're making out that have like 100 games on them and everything, and they're like worth like $80. Dude, the amount of space that some of these games, like it's insane. Like you can get a N64 with like 120 games on it.
Yeah.
And everything looks crystal clear. It looks the way it did when it came out.
Yeah. No, I had one of those built-in ones. I had a Sega one with all the built-in games. Like
I wanted the PlayStation version, the first one, and then when I saw Metal Gear Solid wasn't in it, I was like,
well, I wanted the Super Nintendo one for a while, but then I was like, I just have a Super Nintendo, but like I think the Switch would be dope to just play those classics on while on the go, like Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, some of my favorite games of all time. Super Mario World, not Mario Bros. Mario World for Super Nintendo.
Yes, I know. There's a difference between Super
Mario. I played Yoshi.
Yeah,
I played Yoshi's Island, and it was kind of like I never really played it back in the day for Super Nintendo, but it was like Yoshi's Story for 64. It was like the first version of that. And then I was playing the original Mario Kart, flat mat. Shit was dope. And she had the classic NES too, so it had like a lot of the old fighting games, Double Dragon, I think, and stuff like that.
Like if I was to go out and get one of these classic systems that have the built-in games in it, it's going to be an N64 because I know there's going to be good games on there that I remember that I would love to play.
Yeah, 64 should do something like that.
Obviously, the entire Mario game's on there, so that's a no-brainer. I would love to play that. Mario Kart would be on there. Mario Party, a lot of Mario ports would be on.
Yeah. I was playing Mario Party recently because that's one of the games she had for Switch, like the new Mario Party. And I was like, dude, playing those mini games on this little tiny remote. I was like, I used to have to do like A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, like blowing up the balloons and shit. Like you could maneuver the controller.
Crazy shit you had to do back in the day.
But I'm saying you can maneuver the control, like wind the C-pad, wind the C-pad while you're, doing whatever. Fucking the little controller.
Mario Party 3 is my favorite of all time.
That's the cowboy hat one, right? I think that's the one where he had a cowboy hat, or was that second one? Third one?
That's the second one. Mario Party 3 has the starboard on it.
I don't remember. I had like 4 or 5 for GameCube, which was dope.
Bowser's World was on Mario Party 3, and that was when we go to Bowser Land and everything, and Space Land and stuff like that.
Damn, those games just were so dope, bro. To have like playing those with your friends and having like
back then they were very inventive and very creative.
Well, I was always at Estro's house, and like we'd be playing that shit, and like his mom would bring in like bagel bites or Totino's pizza rolls. Like, shit. Having a Mario Party with a Pepsi Coke or Coca-Cola, some shit.
Oh yeah, that was the shit back then.
Good old days. What
else?
What the hell you smoking on over there?
That's a cigarette.
No, you had a piece in your hand a moment ago.
I had a cigarette.
I did these lights all the way around my room, but the ones on this side only.
I had a cigarette in my hand.
I got some lights elsewhere now, but they don't work. They're not working right now. Look, I got some that are in front of me on this side, but they don't go. They do every color except when I hit blue on the controller. Okay, they do blue. They don't do green. And they do red. But if I do it by the color like this, maybe it'll go green. Maybe not. Maybe it just doesn't have green in it.
You did green for the last show.
Now I'm talking about this side of the room. I did the other side of my room now, and it does every color around except green. I'm thinking maybe when I connected the adapter, the green one might have slipped out or something. I gotta fix it, but not anytime soon.
You're an AV junkie. You should know how to do all that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Far from it. Fucking.
You're an AV junkie.
Need the equipment. All the equipment to be able to hold up and keep up with it.
You see, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're an AV junkie. You just don't have any equipment.
Yeah, that's the whole shit. But you can help us get some equipment by clicking down below and buying us a coffee or buying some merchandise or one of our sponsors to our show to help support us. What up? Had to get that in there.
I literally just said, I was like, you know more about headboards, faders, and fucking all that shit. So
I know a shitload about headboards, dog. Them shits be clapping. But you mean like mixed boards? Yeah, I'm all right with those too. Magic fingers.
Yeah, I'm a DJ, and what am I doing? I'm just spinning a knob and turning this dial up and down, up and down.
I was literally talking to Freddie about it the other day because me and my ex one time got into like an argument or whatever, and then she posted on Facebook. She's like the first time, or was it the first? We only had sex a couple times, but it was like the first or third time, and then we got into a fight over some shit, and she was like, "Well, you were rubbing my pussy like a fucking DJ," and I was like, "Used to call me DJ T." What the fuck you expect? We're having rough sex. It was a good time.
How the hell did she know what a fucking DJ's hand feels like rubbing a fucking
Cause it was DJ T, dog. Drop that beat. Like how Omar used to do it back in the day. Shit. But yeah, man. I don't know what else really happened this week. Not a damn thing. No other available newses. The newses from uses.
Besides Justin Trudeau becoming the new Adolf Hitler and making the police trample fucking innocent protesters that are doing absolutely nothing. And
I don't know what's going on there.
These people.
Whatever happened with your trucker guys?
That's what's going on right now in Canada. Justin Trudeau enacted the emergency powers in 1988, which is what's giving him the right to be Hitler of Canada. And he's sitting there and he's fucking telling the police, do whatever the fuck I say. If not, you're going to get fucking hit to the full extent of the law, even if it doesn't matter.
Wow.
He's literally freezing bank accounts. He's literally demanding tow truck drivers get rid of these trucks. And a lot of the tow truck drivers aren't doing it. So now the cops are coming in. The cops are coming in now with riot gear. They're coming in on fucking horseback. They're trampling people in the city. There's video footage from yesterday of a woman about like 38, 39 years old got trampled by a 2-ton horse that this cop was riding on. And everybody was telling the cops, stop. You guys are running people over. And the last cop, the one horse fucking knocked 2 people off and fucking trampled this girl.
Jesus.
All filmed on video. And Justin Trudeau said the cops are going to do what they're going to do because they're under my control.
Yeah, I haven't followed any of it.
Illegitimate son of Fidel Castro.
I just know the world's going crazy, and I'm like, it could go crazy without me. I'm
Russia's
already
about to invade Ukraine. Russia supports the independent rebels inside of Ukraine, so which means that eastern Ukraine is going to end up becoming part of Russia again, which, in my eyes, let them take fucking Russia. Let Russia take fucking Ukraine. It was part of Russia fucking 60 years ago. It became its own thing. Didn't work out. Let it go back. They don't want to join NATO. Russia don't want them joining NATO, but the UN and NATO is saying, no, they're going to join us. Fuck you. You guys are starting a war, not Russia. You guys are. That's exactly what's going on. The United States and the UN are purposely causing a fucking war because Ukraine don't want to be a part of NATO in the UN, and Russia don't want them being a part of NATO in the UN.
Well, you know what happens when the world goes crazy? We go to war. You know what they say. When we go crazy,
they've been wanting to go to war at Russia since they've been wanting to go at war at Russia since World War II. You know what? Let me get my Alex Jones on. This would be better to explain it. They've been wanting to go to war with Russia since 1953 after they started having all these problems within China. And then after that, once the satellites started spacing off in the 1960s, that's where everything started getting really fucking crazy because then the Russians actually beat us to space. Meanwhile, we beat them to the moon, which Buzz Aldrin says that, when we landed on the moon, we found all this stuff. And now in 2012, we're going to crash a fucking satellite into this moon. And then when they crash it, they're going to show fucking water on the fucking moon. And then it's going to be an intergalactic sign to the aliens that, hey, we're here, we're ready. All this fucking crazy shit. Meanwhile, in 2015, India launched a fucking satellite in the fucking one of Venus's moons. It crash landed. And guess what? It fucking found water.
Yeah.
So pretty much.
That went from Alex Jones to Angry TJ real quick.
We should have went to war with Russia right after the fucking World War II because that was the time that we had in order to take them out. Stalin didn't have anything at that point, and he would have more than likely have surrendered to the United States. But they sat there and said, fuck it, you take half the Nazis, we'll take the other half of Nazis. And it just so happens that Russia has more nukes than anybody in the fucking world.
It's always a treaty.
Even us. They own 1,500 more than we do.
Who's to say no one breaks a treaty?
The Star Accord treaties that were signed in the 90s, well, that shit fucking fell through because that was when they had to get rid of nuclear waste. And to this day, they still don't have a real way of getting rid of it. And in all these military places,
didn't Elon Musk say send it to the Mars or some shit?
In a lot of these military bases, it's just a bunch of dismantled warheads that are just leaking plutonium.
Yeah, I'm saying, didn't Elon Musk say to send them to Mars?
Well, what are you going to do? Use the nukes in order to terraform Mars? Just one fucking fat man or fat boy alone can cause a nuclear winter to last up to 5 years.
No, we don't need to worry about that on Mars.
But this is what I'm saying. Terraforming. You're going to use it to terraform Mars. to create water, snow, and all the aspects that you need.
You think that would
that's
work?
what a nuclear fallout does. It's the best way to tell you what a real nuclear fallout is either a super eruption from a volcano, or B, an asteroid hitting the Earth. And I mean like a major asteroid that can do damage to block out the sun for like 10 years. That's called nuclear fallout.
All right.
The nuclear fallout that we would expect if we were to drop a whole bunch of nukes and all this stuff that's wasting in all these places and put them on Mars, it would terraform Mars, but Mars wouldn't be touchable for about 1,000 years. Even with the gravity, all their atmospheres and everything, we still would, the planet would be so radioactive, we wouldn't have nothing to do. We want to colonize Mars.
1,000 years is about right. 1,000 years is about right.
I understand that, yeah, you want to terraform it and everything, but the only way how you know to terraform it is either nukes or fucking putting fucking aluminum in the fucking atmosphere.
Yeah, and I wasn't even thinking about that. I didn't even know that's why he said it. I just read a headline that said it, and then I was just thinking it'd be a good way to get rid of it.
Elon Musk said before he said that, I'm going to go to Mars and everything in 2024 or whatever, with his spaceship. He said that the only way how humans are going to be able to exist on Mars is that we have to terraform the planet first. Only way to terraform the planet would be at that point taking all the excess nuclear shit that we have on this planet, getting rid of it,
even if it takes
putting it over there, and it would be a nuclear fallout for about 1,000 years, which means even by the time humans get there, it'll still be too dangerous.
We did it 50 years ago, and they didn't think it seemed too dangerous. 70 years ago.
I mean, shit, fucking Chernobyl happened, and Chernobyl is still as deadly as it was when it happened.
Yeah.
Like, you just walk around the grounds of Chernobyl, yes, you'll start getting that metal taste in your mouth and everything. But once you get more into the city where the reactors were and everything, oh, dude, you'd be fucking dead within about 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm saying you saw the there's a documentary on there, and it shows you like abandoned places.
3 Mile Island, which happened right here on the East Coast. That was dangerous.
What was it?
3 Mile Island.
Never heard it.
That was right here in the East Coast. That happened back, I believe, in the 80s.
You're not talking about Long Island, right?
No, 3 Mile Island.
Oh, no. I was saying Brookhaven Labs or some shit, right? Aren't they doing some shit out there too? A lot of radiation.
Brookhaven Labs does like a whole bunch of like weird shit. I don't even know what they do over there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All I know is that Brookhaven Labs is the only place around here that does a lot of the fucking weather stuff. And that's where a lot of the weather technology is for like News 12 and all these places. So yeah. I don't know.
They're like our Cornell, Ithaca's
Cornell. I really don't know what goes on there. I remember going there as kids and going to the field trips there, and it would show you, like, what is it with science and this and that. But it was like stuff that you learned when you were a kid. It didn't, what are you guys really doing?
Yeah, I don't remember ever going to Brookhaven Labs for no field trip. I went to like
Connecticut. When I was in Connecticut,
we went to Vanderbilt, went to the planetarium.
I went to Brookhaven Labs 4 times.
Well, we went to like the aquarium out east once. We went to
I went to the aquarium in 6th grade.
Holtzville Ecology site, I think, once, and then we went to
we went to the Holtzville Ecology
Vanderbilt.
Center, and my mom was working there one year. It was great.
That place was dope. Great place to have barbecues and shit. And
everybody had to pay for their food except for me. I walked up and whatever I wanted for free.
I used to get those honey sticks there, like those fucking, because they had like the bee exhibits and the insect exhibit. Did they have like a butterfly place too, like a butterfly garden, or no?
Yes.
I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've been there. Over 15 years.
It's been a long time since I've been there. I think I should do the mile walk.
Years. Yeah, that used to be a dope ass walk. Fucking nice little
on a little music exercise. And just
do those exercises too on the way, those little pull-up bars and step bars that they have and shit like that.
They always have like a break spot, take a break, keep your muscles going, do this, do that, keep yourself moving.
I found one of those in Ithaca recently, like right alongside the lake, and I was like, oh, this reminds me of Hostville Ecology site, like the exercises along the water. Fucking fire.
I want to go to the ecology site this year, so that might be a thing that I might do.
Do it up. We still got to start
I might go just to go in the pool.
We still got to start our DDPY regimen. I'm about to start looking into getting the app again. We made this challenge. We're gonna do it, kid. Let's do this shit.
I know. I have a wedding I got to go to in July, so you know what? It actually wouldn't.
I'm cracking. I'm aching. I'm creaking over here. I'm about to get me a Fitbit and fucking get cracking on that DDPY.
Going to be the best man at one of my friends' weddings, so you know what? I should look at least a little better than what I do now.
Let's get into it, bro. Even if we got to do it, I don't care if I got to like cast it on my TV and set it up somehow, and then you can watch it on your laptop. Figure a way to do it.
What else? Look, I feel like I got a lot to talk about, but it's really just like wrestling related, and I already got that out of the way.
It's all right. If there was anything you forgot that was wrestling related, add that shit in now.
Shit to talk about.
This way they could go back and listen to Wrestling with Time 14 and coincide with Stab 5.
Vince McMahon might be getting in the ring at WrestleMania 38 this year. There's reports that Vince McMahon is throwing his name on the table to be at WrestleMania.
I think he's going to be that special guest referee in that Owens Austin match.
Special referee, Kevin Owens is Stone Cold. Yeah,
I'm thinking so. He's like, Austin, if you're going out with the boss.
No, because it would tie into what happened in 2018 when Kevin Owens wanted the match against Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon were in the ring, and Kevin Owens literally headbutted him and caused Vince to actually like cut himself like for real.
Oh yeah.
And I was, like that could be tied into it. Vince can come back and say,
actually take Austin's side. Have Austin and Vince do one more hurrah.
Nobody makes a nobody.
With corporate Austin for a moment, they both kick the shit out of Owens. Vince is on his side, and then in the end, Austin still stuns the boss. He still stuns the boss, Austin has a beer bash. One more hoorah. It's going to be an emotional moment for sure if it happens.
It is happening. It's officially on the card.
Yeah,
Dave Meltzer said Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold Steve Austin is 100% happening at Mania.
Yeah. But I'm saying anything can happen from now until then.
At this point, it's too late. All the reports came out. Stone Cold's going to have a match. 6 months ago, he had a ring installed at his new ranch, which means that he was getting ready for a return. And for his age, he could work a 7-minute match, and the guy could just bump for him.
Yeah, true. Like I said,
and plus also I understand that a lot of these people
for
don't
Kevin
like
Owens anyway.
And all these part-timers coming back, but everybody would be happy to see Stone Cold wrestle one more match. Everybody. That's like the biggest Even
thing.
Everybody in AEW was going to sit there and go, "Yo, I want to watch Stone Cold wrestle."
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're damn right, bro. Because that's one return that everybody's hoped on.
Like this. Yeah. Yo, Austin's back.
Because that's one return that we hoped on, and we never got it. So we're gonna be very thankful to have that. I'm gonna be thankful to have that. That's something we've wanted for how long now, bro? 10, 15
Since
years?
2003. When he retired, ever since he retired, we're like, fuck, now he's gone.
But still, he still came back until like 04, 05, Sheriff, 06, right? GM and shit, did that whole storyline with Eric Bischoff and shit. It was great.
Getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so he was around. He stayed in the business for a long time. He was still dropping stunners, even though the doctors told him he had to stop. It's like, I just won't drop him as hard now, as heavy.
No, he can't land on his neck. He's had too many neck surgeries, and the night Owen Hart dropped him on his neck.
Yeah, I'm also figuring, though, jumping on your spine, on your ass like that with that neck injury for years, though, it's still no good.
No, because he never had any tailbone or hip surgery. All his surgery was just his neck.
But I'm saying,
the doctor said, like a stunner technically, no, the way he lands forward like this.
Mm-hmm.
When he takes the stunner, it's no longer a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
It's like a 40 to a 60-degree angle, so that when he takes it, his legs actually take the bump, not his spine.
Yeah.
He's moving the weight forward instead of it being straight down on the spine.
Still,
he's elevating he's
Still,
taking the weight
you
more
do
on
that
his
shit
legs.
1,000 times, bro. You're bound to not get them all perfect, you know. A couple of them are still gonna take that impact regardless, you know. Like what's that good old famous saying DDP said? You can't fake gravity, man.
No,
can't fake gravity, dude.
Scary.
But yeah, I don't know. We could wrap it, bro. It's 45 minutes. We've been talking some shit. We just got finished up with a wrestling podcast too for like a little over an hour. So, you know, you should go check out that Wrestling with Time 14. You know where to find it. But
I mean, like, I know you're not. I know you don't know this series like I do, and I don't know if you watch any English shows.
As far as what?
Doctor Who is coming back on with the guy who revived it in 05. Russell T. Davis is coming back for Doctor Who for the new series and the 60th anniversary.
No, I did not know that, but I have a shitload of Doctor Who DVDs and I have a couple Doctor Who books here. And I don't know nothing about them.
Doctor Who's my shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, see what's up.
Yeah, this is my artist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the phone booth. Yeah, it's got like all the gadgets. They got like the pen gadgets and shit. Like it's been around forever.
It's been around since 1963.
Yeah. No,
there are 13 doctors in total.
I have a Doctor Who encyclopedia. What is it about? Like, what's the storyline based on? He's like a time traveler, though.
He's a traveler in time. Okay. The best way to describe it is, hello, my name's the Doctor. I'm a traveler in time and space. And this is my ship. It's called a TARDIS. TARDIS stands for time and relative dimension in space. It's bigger on the inside. I come from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Cerberus. He's literally called a Time Lord.
Okay.
It's very complicated because the last guy who did the last series who's on his way out at the end of this year really fucked it all up. But these people have an ability to regenerate a certain amount of times. Every time they die, they don't actually die. They regenerate into another version of themselves. And it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to explain it. You have to watch it in order to understand it.
How many seasons is it?
How many? It started in 1963. They took it off air in 1988. It came back with a movie in 95. And then it came back in 2005, and it's been running since 05.
What is it on right now? Like, is it on any streaming services? I might check it out.
If you want to watch good Doctor Who, you want to watch Tom Baker's era. He's the fourth Doctor. Oh, he's the best. He is the longest doctor. He's the longest actor in history to play the role.
So you're saying this is kind of like James Bond, where it's like the same guy, but they just change the actors throughout the generations.
Exactly.
Yeah, you said them English shows. Them English always have a tendency to do that type of shit. We're gonna keep the same guy. Next, we're making him a woman.
Not a lot of people know, and when Russell T. Davis brought the show back in 2005, he got the guy from, I'm trying to remember what movie. He played the Second Coming of Jesus Christ. I just don't remember the name of the movie. It was made in England. It was a really good movie. It was shown here in the States. Did really good here too.
Not Passion of Christ.
No, but it had one of the doctors from Doctor Who later down the line in it with this guy. Christopher Eccleston was the was the new Doctor that Russell T. Davies chose to start up the series again in 2005 after the movie was in 95. So there was a 10-year hiatus that the show didn't exist. And Christopher Eccleston was only around for one season. The first season, the first 13 episodes, then left. Then we got David Tennant, who was the bad guy in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. David Tennant's also the guy from shit. I can name a couple of movies that David Tennant's from, and I can name a few actors that starred in Doctor Who before they got big time roles here in America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking Karen Gillan, the girl who plays the fucking chick from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Zamora.
The fucking blue chick who ends up hooking up with Batista at the end of Guardians of Galaxy 2.
Green chick?
Blue or green? She's one of the two.
Gamora, the girl with the sword. I think.
The one I think is like half robot or something like that. I never seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I know she's in it.
Yeah, I think that's one of those movies I've only.
She was in the movie with The Rock in Jumanji. The redhead girl in Jumanji with The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Yeah, I don't know the face right now.
She was in Doctor Who. She played Amy Pond in Matt Smith's Doctor Who 11.
I don't know Doctor Who, bro. That's what we're talking about.
Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was in an episode of Doctor Who in 2008.
Oh, yeah?
Before he was even considered for Spider-Man. This was 2 years before that was even considered.
Yeah, all right.
John Boyega, the guy who plays Finn in Star Wars, was in a couple of episodes of Doctor Who back in 2007 and 2008.
So it's got quite a legacy behind it. Got a lot of gadgets and shit too, right? Like the spy shit back to like 007.
The guy from Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. Not Ricky Gervais. I always confuse that guy for Ricky Gervais. The guy that played Shaun in Shaun of the Dead. I don't know his name either.
Yeah. He's in Doctor Who. He plays a bad guy. The guy from Harry Potter, the guy who gives Harry's wand to him in the first movie, he ends up playing the first Doctor in the 12th Doctor's ending series for the new Doctor to come on. He plays the first Doctor.
What did they specifically pass it off in the show?
Yeah, you actually see them regenerate into the new Doctor every single time.
Ah, so it's a different form too, a different body form.
Yeah, when the Doctor dies, he does this thing, his body starts glowing yellow, and then he starts to regenerate, and he turns himself into somebody else.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, yeah, I got to check this shit out.
You want to watch really good Doctor Who before you watch any of the shit that I was just talking about? You want to watch Tom Baker. He's the 4th Doctor. He's about 10 years in. But his stuff is more better in order to like the series, because that was the best writing for Doctor Who, was when Tom Baker started and when he left. That was the best writing in history. And to this day, I have seen all the Doctors. I've seen everything up to this new one, the woman. And
who knew you was a Doctor Who dude?
Christopher Eccleston, from when he brought the show back, up to Peter Capaldi, who played the 12th Doctor, was good writing. But Tom Baker from 73 to 83 was the best writing in history for Doctor Who. The stories were great. A lot of the stories coincided with each other. The Doctor would leave in one episode at the end, he'd be in the TARDIS, he'd do something, and you'd see the TARDIS going off or whatever, or him smiling. And then when it comes to the next episode, everything ties in. He's always walking out of a TARDIS and everything from traveling. So everything ties into each other. Mm-hmm. It's really, really cool. At least that writing is.
Yeah, but I gotta watch it from the beginning anyway, though. I got to start with the pilot, always. I'm like OCD like that.
And you're going all the way to William Hartnell in fucking 1963.
Right. That's fine. I used to watch like Twilight Zone and old shows like that shit.
And little points back. The guy who played Alfred Pennyworth in
Lost in Space also. Like I used to watch those shows.
The guy who played Alfred Pennyworth and Michael Keaton's Batman, Val Kilmer's Batman, and George Clooney's Batman, the guy who played Alfred, he was a main villain in a Doctor Who episode for William Hartnell's Doctor. He was called the Toy Master.
All right. Check it out. What is it on, though? We said Hulu?
BBC America.
No, I mean, what streaming channels can I find it on? It's not on Netflix.
You can probably find it on
HBO.
Hulu. Probably find it on HBO, but it'll probably be the new stuff with the woman.
Or Stars. With the woman. What's up with the women, bro? There's a new woman doctor now? Nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, they're trying to change James Bond into a woman too. And I said, I really don't care. I don't care, but one exception.
I already know that.
One exception.
I already know that.
If you change 007 to a woman, she better be a slut because James is a mutt.
The BBC's not going to admit the BBC's not going to admit they made a mistake with hiring a woman doctor because the ratings show it.
I'm not saying that. I know it's going to help ratings, but
even when the ratings were at their all-time low with Peter Capaldi as the doctor before her ratings were worse than his. So with Russell T. Davis coming back, the guy who brought it back in 2005, kind of sends a clear message that he's bringing a guy back in order to make sure that this series is able to stay where it is. And there's a lot of talks that the 10th Doctor might be coming back as a regeneration of the 14th, and it's a different version of the 10th Doctor as the 14th. So the Doctor regenerates in old Doctor, but it's a different version of him, and he clearly calls it, I'm still, I am the 14th Doctor, but I have all the traits of the 10th. I have his mindset. To where that if you watch it, you'd understand what I'm talking about. I mean,
if I binge watch this, like you think I could be done with it in a month?
Hell no.
2 months?
Hell fucking no.
Damn, it's that long, huh?
Tom Baker's Run Alone will take you a month and a half to watch.
How many seasons?
He's got over 700. He's got over 700 episodes.
Jesus Christ. They're half-hour long?
He's Tom Baker, who's the 4th Doctor, is the longest Doctor in history in Doctor Who.
But I'm saying, when it comes
to being in the role for the longest time, and when it comes to having the most credentials, Tom Baker is always the one who's influenced by the newer doctors today.
Are they half-hour?
Everybody says, I grew up.
Half-hour, hour long?
They're roughly about an hour long.
Yeah, probably take me a while. Yeah, I mean, dude, it took me like 8 months, 9 months to watch Cheers. I was binge watching Cheers, and I still only got up to like episode like 9 or 10, and there's like 11 or 12, and I'm like, man, it took me 8 months, like every weekend, just drinking and watching Cheers.
Dude, I was
in the bar with the guys.
I have Doctor Who when it came back in 2005. I have that season on DVD. I have the 9th Doctor, the 10th Doctor, the 11th, and the 12th. It took me 3.5 months to finish it all of it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
3.5 months to finish all of it from when they brought it back in 2005 to where I stopped watching when the Doctor regenerated into the woman. Took me 3.5 months to watch. That's a lot of content.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on it. I'm going to check it out. I got to Google where I could find it.
It's probably if you wanted to watch it, I would say get a VPN, put your VPN in the United Kingdom and go on Hulu. You'll find it right away.
Yeah.
You'll find it right away, and you'll find all of it.
They're always changing it to women, man. I mean, I don't care. I don't mind 00 boobs, but James was always slaying that poon. So she better be a slut,
too. The Doctor started off old, grumpy man, and there's no way how he turns into a woman. I understand that, yes, it could happen, because even the Doctor says every time the Doctor regenerates, he always asks himself or somebody, am I a human? Do I look like a human? And then the first thing he always does is, I got arms, I got hands, I got legs, I got fingers, because the regeneration can mean anything. He could regenerate into an animal.
Yeah.
He literally could. So the regeneration process, it's a gamble. It's a lottery. You get what you get until you die again.
He might even become a non-gender conforming, non-binary whatever, hetero, flexible, cis, gender.
You want to know what's so funny?
Something.
I was watching my friend's fucking Pokemon stream last night, and he was like, all right, guys, I'm not going to pick my character. I want you guys to pick for me. And I was like, pick the non-binary character. And he started laughing. He's like, all right, we're going non-binary. And then everybody in the game is calling him a girl and everything. And he's like, I'm non-binary. They're genderfying me. This is not right.
Yeah. But
I had the whole stream cracking up last night. My God.
You were actually playing, though?
Mm-mm. I was watching him on YouTube, and I was chatting in the chat room.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, there should be ways you could do a double stream like that. That's what I want to learn, how to do that gaming streaming. That shit's dope.
He's in PA, and I'm able to watch him, and it's fun. It's great.
Are you on that site with all the forums too that the gamers use? What the fuck's it called?
Game Forum or Game FAQ?
No, not those. Those are old school, bro. It's like a Reddit, but it's fucking some platform like that.
No.
Gamers use it. She's like that helps.
I'm not a big gamer like that. I'm not a big gamer. I'm old school.
Discord.
I only like some of the new shit that comes out.
I
like some of the new shit.
It's Discord. I remember Castro was like, yo, dude, like get on Discord and we could chat. I'm always gaming. And I was like, I don't game, but Discord.
Discord's not something Discord is a little what's the right word?
Kind of like Reddit.
No, Discord's kind of like Patreon. They fuck people out of their money.
How so?
They take money from their accounts for no reason whatsoever. Patreon's had this problem in the past, and people got off of Patreon because of it.
Yeah, never knew. Never knew why.
There was this one YouTuber who had money on Patreon. He had over like $1,000 given to him on Patreon, and Patreon froze his whole account and everything and never gave him the money. And to this day, it's still frozen.
That's why we use.
That was back in 2016.
That's why we use Buy Me a Coffee for our sponsor link below. Very similar Patreon alternative. You could buy us a coffee, buy us a brewski, whatever the case is.
Look, just go to my Cash App, TJ Road 91. Send me $5, send me $10, send me $1. Doesn't matter. $ TJ Road in 91.
Fucking take 50 cents for fucking the Super Bowl. 50 cents, you know? Motherfuckers want to make fun of 50, send them 50. Or $1.50.
I'd be happy 50 cents.
Hey, man.
I'd be happy.
It all comes. It's all support. It's all love. But, yo, let's wrap this right here, kid. 104. And this was Stab episode 5. We're going to come back soon talking more shit. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.